What is the security deposit clause in a lease agreement? Have you ever wondered what the security deposit clause in a lease agreement really means? Let's break it down in simple terms. The security deposit clause is a key part of any lease agreement. It specifies the amount of money a tenant must pay to the landlord at the start of the lease. This payment acts as a financial guarantee for the landlord. The purpose of this deposit is to protect the landlord against potential losses. These losses could be due to unpaid rent, damage to the rental property beyond normal wear and tear, or any breach of lease terms. The clause clearly outlines how the security deposit will be held and the conditions under which the landlord may use it. It also describes how and when the tenant can expect to get their deposit back after the lease ends. Typically, the clause states that the security deposit is not an advance rent payment. Instead, it serves as a security to ensure that the tenant fulfills all lease obligations. If the tenant fails to pay rent or causes damage to the property, the landlord can use the deposit to cover those costs. Once the tenant moves out, the landlord will inspect the property. If everything is in acceptable condition and all rent is paid, the landlord is required to return the deposit or any remaining balance to the tenant. This return usually happens within a specific time frame, which varies by state or local laws. The clause often includes details such as the required deposit amount. This amount typically does not exceed 1.5 times the monthly rent. It may also specify how the deposit is held, sometimes in a separate account, and any legal requirements for handling or returning the deposit. In some cases, the clause may state that if the landlord uses any portion of the deposit during the lease term, the tenant must replenish it. This ensures that the landlord has a full deposit amount available at the end of the lease. From the perspective of rental properties, the security deposit clause is essential. It provides landlords with financial protection and a clear framework for managing tenant obligations. It also sets expectations for tenants regarding their responsibilities and the conditions for reclaiming their deposit. This clarity helps reduce disputes when the lease comes to an end. Understanding this clause can help both landlords and tenants navigate their rental agreements more smoothly.